Alright, so I'm gonna resume mission, commence when ready, automatically repeat. So hopefully they're just gonna do that a few times. I'll have to remember after they finish their third, I'm going to, or before they finish their third, I'm going to tell them to not repeat so they don't start another one as I'm going to be killing France. So I'm going to actually try to control trade here. Alright, that's what we were looking for. China's a nice guy. You'll get cut off from their trade pretty quickly, but they give you pretty good deals. Alright, Operation Fuerzauber, bunch of air XP. You lose some transports and eventually you'll get at least most of them back. I find the Republic in Spain gets rolled really easily, generally speaking. So let's see. Oh, we don't have many guns actually. Whatever, I'll give them 1,000 guns. For a Lend-Lease to give you XP, it has to be ongoing. So if we just do it once here, we're not going to get any of the XP from these. So what I like to do is these SS uniforms, they're for SS divisions, which are like you can do through events and some of the focuses. I think they suck. I don't bother using them. I don't care about them. So you start with 1,000 of their uniforms, just send one a month, and you should be good. If you want to be extra safe, you can send them a few convoys as well, just to make sure they don't get raided and forced to cancel, but I don't think that's ever happened to me, so not a concern. Maybe if I send some to China, I'll send them 20 convoys or so. Oh yeah, I should send volunteers. Oh wait, yeah, let's deploy all these guys. Doesn't matter that they're not ready. And we're gonna send P. So late 37 actually, we're gonna get an event to sell planes to Yugoslavia, so we need some of those in stockpile for that. I don't know which kind exactly has to be in stockpile, so whatever, I'll just throw all these. Alright, so I find close air support's the best thing to send to Spain. Gives you the most air XP. Our goal here is to get to 75, so we can do industry liaisons. That's going to decrease aircraft manufacturer costs by 25%, which is really nice because in this there's 2 manufacturers. And for heavy fighters, we're going to want to do Messerschmitt and Dornier, because they both give minus 5% IC cost and plus 10% reliability. Those do stack. It doesn't really let you know that in the UI, but they will stack. So you can get minus 10% IC cost and plus 20% reliability, which is massive. So here, I like to get the Autobahn going early because the infrastructure is really nice. This is another really good one to go for. Factory output 2.5%. So, I mean, that's assuming we didn't have any modifiers already. That would be effectively like getting another, I don't know, 4 factories maybe? 3 to 4 factories just from doing that. So I'm going to start with Autobahn. Alright, so I'm going to do mostly a regular game of mine, but recently I've been going for increasingly absurd numbers of tanks. This time I'm going to tone it down a little bit, I think, in the hopes that I can make it a little bit more reasonable to follow. And I decrease the chance of my entire campaign going up in flames. Why is my stability not going down? Oh, I didn't go up to high extreme taxes. I thought I already did. August 17th. Let's go this one next. We got that. So now everything we're going to be able to research is going to be ahead of time. I'm going to do these ones because I'm going to be using SPGs. I'm going to do this one and this one because they both boost SPGs. This one does not. I'm not going to use heavy artillery either, so I'm going to ignore that. I think some tank guns require you to research that, but I don't really care. Nothing I'm going to be using, so. Yeah, let's use Rheinmetall. One thing to keep in mind, sometimes it is worthwhile to just not use a designer because you're going to be spending a lot of political power over time on those, and frequently you can make better use of that otherwise. Alright, so I'm gonna have this divided into 3 armies. You know what, actually I'm gonna do something a little different than usual here. Where is he? Guderian. Guderian's the best field marshal to have for your tanks. Hands down. Because of his trait, which doesn't show in this menu for whatever reason. Blitzkrieg Master. It's a unique trait. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to get it on anyone except him. And it, you know, it's some nice stuff for armor, but it gives minus 2% combat width. And with that, alongside Spearhead Specialist on him and the generals under him, you can actually have 26.5 combat width divisions that act as 25. So they fit perfectly in everything, because everything in Black Ice is the same combat width, 75 plus 25 per attack, so 25 is widely considered the optimal combat width. So 26.5, that's an extra 1.5 combat width of firepower you can cram into a division. So I'm not going to go with that yet. I'm going to just start with, oh wait, I don't have command power. Alright, whatever. So I'm just going to start with him. Get him some XP. Oh yeah, you're also going to want to go to limited mobilization. There's an argument you could make to keep it on standing army for now. Just don't forget to go to limited mobilization later, because before you invade Poland, you're going to have a focus here. Mobilized Reich, which is going to put you up to full mobilization, but it requires you to already be at limited mobilization. So you can't go from standing army to general mobilization. You'll have to do this first, and it's a 30-day conversion time. So you're gonna have to wait an extra month if you're like ready to declare war on Poland. You just need to mobilize, and you do that focus, or you try to, but then you see you can't. So then you have to do this, wait 30 days, then do the focus, wait another 30 days. I don't know why it says 60 now. Oh, probably because we're on this level. It's 30 per level. And then you can go in. I mean, honestly, you could take Poland on this, maybe even on this, but you're just going to take unnecessary losses. It's not worth it. So make sure you get to this at some point, if not immediately. In fact, actually, extreme taxes reduces the cost of doing that, so I'm actually going to put it off for a little bit. I'm going to do extreme taxes right here. And then as soon as I get 15, I'm going to do that. So this is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to fight. Oh shoot. Anywhere with high infrastructure? No, so I'm just going to spread it out to delay until I get somewhere with good infrastructure I can build. Ah, I missed out. This is a pretty nice place to grind over here. What's this? Oh, paratrooper. Yeah, you know, I'll keep this for a little while, actually. You know what? Let's go up 10, maybe. Maybe I build more guns, actually. Good balance there. Alright, Junkerschule, bad tolls. This is a great one. The event gives you 150 political power. I think it gives you a military factory as well. This one gives you 75 political power, and I think also one military factory. So these ones are great to do as soon as you have access to them. Bad tolls. Yeah, let's do this one right now. Stability's starting to go down. So then I won't feel bad about using those focuses that boost stability. Okay. Political power. Yeah, so this is a nice one to get relatively early political power, as well as the one after it, daily political power. So that one's quite good. These ones I really do want to get to, but I don't really want to research them ahead of time. That's an extra 100% just for that little bit ahead of time. So they're really nice, but I do want the political power as well anyway. So yeah, these ones are going to give a lot of consumer goods. So screw it. Let's go with this first. We're gonna get down this. It's gonna actually no. We're gonna do this. Swap Hermann Goering here with Sympathetic Judge. Consumer goods are gonna be redundant at first, but we're also just getting rid of him for that dockyard and factory penalty he gives. Oh shoot. Man, I hate this change to how much more steel you need. So typically I usually just stay on protectionist economy. I might go to autarky, or maybe I'll try export first, but I don't know, it's 25 each swap, so maybe I'll just go straight for autarky. Because man, I'm exporting a lot of that steel, and you know what, that might actually be more worth it now. Because I did it before, and it was mostly a wash, because you would lose some exports by reducing how much you export, but you'd also save on imports. Right now I'm actually breaking even. I'm actually positive trade balance, so I'm just going to stick with what we have. Alright, we have another doctrine research. Let's do the command doctrine. Command doctrine is also going to increase your army group size and field marshal army group size. So that's pretty nice to get before the war. Don't really care about most of this. Yeah, if I was interested in grinding this as efficiently as possible, I would be watching these battles, well, and I'd be pressing H to halt right after I beat the enemy and the enemy starts to retreat. That way I don't actually take the tile, and then they can come retake the tile, get some org, and then I can just knock them off again. And that would just help me farm a lot more XP for my general and all that, but I really can't be bothered. Doesn't make that big of a difference, but if you really want to maximize performance, that's what you gotta do. Because otherwise the Republic in Spain just dies way too fast. What are you doing? Just see, I might. I'm doing it at 5 speed. Putt. Oh, it's too early. Alright, whatever. Oh, beautiful. So we have these high infrastructure ones to build in now. So let's max those out. We have 4, and then some change. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Very good. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that for now. Do I go for this? Maybe I go for that. I'm gonna grab Walter Modal. He's got bonus to elastic defense. We're not gonna do that, but he gives army XP and minus 4% org loss when moving. This guy gives a bonus to mobile warfare. That's nice, but we're generally gonna be way ahead of time on that anyway. It's not that big of a deal. Then this guy, he sounds great. Operational support doctrine. That's one of the doctrines we're researching. Um, Army experience gain, sure. And minus 2% army fuel consumption. Sounds great, but 2% is really not all that fantastic. Honestly, I don't think it's worth it. Minus 4% org loss when moving. That adds up. And I think in vanilla it's only like 25%. In Black Ice it's 40%. And you have these World War I doctrines that increase it. So yeah, it's really devastating to have high org loss when moving. So you want to get that as low as possible. 15, yeah, I might do this. Factory output 13%. I think I'd rather go for the cap though, 8% cap. So, I mean right now, cap is 37, so 8, that's, a little over 20% more output if we're talking about at the production efficiency cap, which most things here are, so I think the cap is generally more valuable earlier on here. Right, let's do this. Oh yeah, look at that, our stability's going down, this is great. Yeah, it's winter now. I think winter. No, we didn't get winter heating yet. Alright, light artillery, let's do the medium.
Alright.
Yeah, mountains generally I would avoid, but whatever. Don't really care that much. Yeah, let's do operational support. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't realize that first one gave minus 5% org loss from movement. That's nice. Alright, so yeah, you can't, like I said, convert the BF-110B to the C anymore. So I might actually not even start producing until I get the C. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a bit tight producing so close to the war, starting production so close to the war, but I think we'll be fine. Too many mills. For that. Yeah, let's start building. When you're really heavily focused on tanks like this, you're gonna need to build a lot of tank assembly plants, engine factories as well. So let's start with the tanks, actually, because those are currently quite low. Yeah, something like that. This is an absurd amount to produce all at once, so these are going to be kind of spread out. Well, let's make this look nice. There we go. So this actually ends up working out quite well. You're going to get a lot of aircraft plants anyway, so we're going to be fine on that front. If you're going insane on air, sure you can produce more, but generally I find that to be unnecessary. Can I do that? No, I can't. Sad. Let's store up some more of that alloy metal. attack with all at once, please. Alright. No good. I meant to give them a order, so they would actually be gaining planning bonus, but oops. Let's grab this. Oh, wait a minute. Screw that. Industry. Yeah, we're producing a few guns. Sure, you can. Yeah, logistics wizards, a really nice one that I'm hoping to get on everyone. So this is a nice one. It's gonna give us a lot of political power, a little bit of stability. Ah, man, we're already at cap. And it's gonna give us a research slot. So now let's drop Goering here. Nice. So construction is back on queue. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to do this. You can sell stuff at the beginning of the game. You can do it very late into the game like I'm doing. I guess it's only 1937. Yeah, so I like to sell a few transports because like Japan loves buying those up for whatever reason. What else is good to sell? Trains. I don't like selling too many trains because I don't like producing them, and they tend to run out more easily than convoys. Yeah, then planes. You can sell a lot of these old planes. Don't want to sell all of them off though, because you're gonna need some for the sale to Yugo. Yeah, that's good. Alright, maybe more. I'm just gonna put it all at high price because I don't know that it makes that much of a difference. Alright, now we can't really research anything that's not ahead of time, so we're just gonna do this. Handheld AT. Gonna hit it with Hugo Boss because Hugo Boss gives it some bonus to piercing and heart attack, I believe. Eventually. Thank you, Italy. I see Commando gets less of a bonus to not being detected than Seducer for whatever reason. Yeah, see, this doesn't seem to make all that much of a difference. I mean, I could try improving relations with them, I guess. Huh. Alright, so yeah, now this one's ahead of time. I'm not going to be producing the 3s, but whenever you research them, you get a bonus for researching 4s and vice versa. So I'm going to do this, start researching the 4D ahead of time. Hopefully get that around 30, late 38, early 39, something like that. And I'm going to start producing a lot of those. But right now, we're going to start with the 4A. It's been nerfed, so it uses more tank assembly plant, which sucks. So we're not going to really be producing very many of them. But for what I'm doing, I'm going to make them stupid expensive. If you want to make sort of a discount design, this is sort of what I would suggest. Either 20, 25, not riveted. Riveted sucks. I would always go for these. Commander Cupola is negotiable, but if you're going for discount, this is what you want for discount, and then just adjust it for speed. Maybe just down to this. This would be a good discount one. It's got firepower, almost 25 soft attack, but you know, not gonna break the bank. Only 25. I'm gonna go for stupidly expensive though, because I'm gonna be making a lot of SPGs with these light tanks, and they're gonna actually make up the bulk of my forces, so I can afford to splurge a little here. Make these really nice. Did I have this as standard? You should do this as simple for if you're making a discount one. Unless you really want to save on fuel. It'll make it more expensive production-wise, but... yeah, that's about right. Right. So, yeah. Well, that's not great. Oil, not looking fantastic. I'll do a little bit more.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Oh, what the? Oh. And now it says they'll give me more immediately? Doesn't make sense. Hey, we can boost Luxembourg for a little bit. We're gonna get a core on Luxembourg, so boosting them's extra nice.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
No, let's grind engineer.
Angetreten! Ausrücken!
Logistics wizards, amazing. Engineers, amazing. I really don't want to actually take this river. Alright. See, when you halt early, I think you get more losses. Maybe not, that's not too bad.
Angetreten!
There we go. Yeah, one thing I forgot, you can start upgrading this division early. I wouldn't put any expensive equipment, as I found out when you have a division returning from volunteering, they get a they lose 25% of their equipment upon returning for no apparent reason. So yeah, I would that's another reason to do what I did earlier and not let them take my new Panzer 1Bs, just my old stuff. Here, this can give us a lot of civilian factories. What next? 254 days, this one's, for Constantine. Son of a gun. Decisions. This is February, so we still have winter. So I could do that and then, nah, I'm already at max stability. Don't care about that. Oh, here. You have all this Navy XP, you can put it into integrated designers and build faster. Son of a gun. Don't want to do a high command yet, because I'm going to do Academy of Officer Development. That's going to make that cheaper. I suppose I can just grab a close air support guy. Sure. Oh yeah. Keep up on industry.
Bereit! Ausrücken!
What's going on here? No orders assigned. It says 3 divisions.
Achtung!
Alright, now they're working.
Ausrücken!
Oh jeez.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Offensive doctrine, that's a nice one. Oof. So we have some of these starting to complete. Be able to put more factories and tanks soon. More than 7 a year would be nice. Yeah, let's just grab some army XP. Few months, the war should start in China. Oh wait, yeah, I didn't send it to him, I sent it to them. Right. So you can check on those here. We've sent 1,000 rifles, we've sent 5 uniforms. I feel like it's, maybe it's not been more than 5 months.
Bereit! Ausrücken!
Yeah. Alright,
Greift weiter
this
an!
taking too long. Fogging. And then we're going to want to go for this one. This one's going to give a lot of engine factories, which is awesome. I'm already building some, so that's less awesome, but here we go. We're going to put 2 more on that. And if we had planes I actually wanted to produce, I could start doing that now, but I don't, so I won't. 23. What a ripoff. I don't want to import from anyone else though, so.
Bereit!
Come on. No longer get effects. What do I want to do? I have such low consumer goods. I mean, I could sort of quote unquote spend it on extreme tariffs. Yeah, maybe I do just go with extreme tariffs. Screw it. I mean, that's a lot of political power though, and I'm probably going to get rid of it a little bit after the war starts anyway, because consumer goods will be an issue once I lose MIFO bills. But whatever, for now I'll do it. Okay, so now we have a bit of an option here. We can rush down this way and get an extra research slot, which is quite nice actually. That raw materials one, I've kind of ignored it so far, but over here you can get lower iron input required for steel production, same thing for bauxite and aluminum. Mineral extraction, that's going to be very helpful for us. but I've been kind of ignoring that because that's less of a imminent issue as production. But yeah, that's something nice to get to. Alternatively, you can just go straight for these ones here. It's going to give you more engine factories, a lot of military factories. This one requires another focus. Achtung Panzer here, but which also helps you get through your doctrine, so that one's nice. But that'll give a lot of tank assembly plants. But I think this time I'm actually gonna go for. Well, you know, I do have a lot of mills that are just kind of wasted. Like I did want to overproduce infantry equipment, but this is a lot um, for 1937. Maybe not. This can give power plants. We're not running low on power yet, so let's take a quick look around, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, you can do these, support national Spain. They don't need the equipment. This one is kind of nice. Heavy anti-air direct support you get 2 years earlier. I mean, that sounds great, but it's not really a very important tech. I mean, even if you're doing heavy anti-air, it's not great. The one after it leads to allows you to get the first 8.8 centimeter gun, which you can put on the Tiger, which is a great weapon, but again, you're not going to need that for several years after this anyway, so that isn't very useful. I'm not doing the BF-109 either, or the Stuka, or the Heinkel 111s, so don't care. When the Spanish Civil War ends, these will both be bypassed. Then you can do this one, which is actually quite nice. Then this one's not going to happen. But this one also gives you Operation Rugen, which gives you a little bit of air XP, but really it's not worth it, in my opinion. You have a lot of good focuses and not a lot of time to get through them all. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3 months. I could do. Yeah, because I'm not too worried about power quite yet. This I can give you like 1.5% factory output. So that's kind of nice, but not really that big of a deal. I do want to get to George Thomas quickly. So let's do that actually. Let's go for these 3. Then the research slot. Whatever, I don't know. It's up to you. It's not going to be that big of a difference. Whichever one of these you go down is going to help your output. And wow, that's unlucky. My commando has immediately been detected. Cool. I'm actually going to use this to start on iron, because that's a big issue now. Oh, I forgot we have so many spies. I could go do some collabs on Poland, but honestly, I don't think it's worth the civs. I'm just gonna hold on to my civs. You know, maybe I'll do one. I'll do one. Poland, or France, you want at least 3 though. Oops, I accidentally crossed the river.
Angetreten.
Well.
Ausrücken.
Like I said, we're not going to do the D ahead of time. Oops, I didn't mean to actually take that. I didn't mean to actually go there either. Well. Factories, yeah, production efficiency growth. Oh, wait, yeah, production efficiency growth is only on this side. Division training time reduction is on both. This gives military factory construction speed 3%. That's nice, but it just doesn't hold up against this, I think, which, you know, especially later in the game when you're not going to be making mills anymore, it just can't be more worth it. I think you can get most of your mills through conquest anyway, so in the long run, that's much more beneficial. 'Cause yeah, we're gonna have. I think when you're focusing more on tanks and producing as much as I am, you're gonna need to produce a lot of plants, which is gonna reduce the amount of mills you can produce, construct. And so I'm not gonna end up with as many, but typically if I was going like easy on tanks, uh, I could get 300 mills by the start of the war. I don't remember how many I start with, but let's assume I start with 0, so I produce 300. By the time I'm through with France and the Soviets, I'm gonna be easily double that. So not, I don't think the construction's that
All right.
big of a deal, especially because I'm getting it at this point in the game. So what difference? 140 factories times 103%. That's I'm gonna get an extra, 5 factories. That's not worth it. Versus 1.5% output. You know, right now that's only like an extra 2 factories, but later that's gonna be worth more. And the production efficiency growth is nice. Yeah, let's do this.
Boom.
See, this is nice. And so here you have aid Persian industry. You can get half a year ahead of time for industry. A lot of people use it really early. I don't think that's worth it. These techs just aren't that consequential. This one though, I could see an argument for. 10 cap is a lot. Dockyard output too, if you're interested in Navy. But I tend to save it for this, so I can get access to these quicker, because those are going to be really big for us. So in the meantime, I'm just going to that. Yeah, and we're going to get a lot of army experience, so you can just be spending that quite heavily.
Greift weiter an. Ausrücken.
Again, don't really care.
All right.
Logistics wizards really close, engineer as well. Jeez, dude. Oh, come on. Now they're giving me 300 again. France sucks. Okay. Spanish state, they tend to screw you over a lot too in my experience. France is usually more reliable. This past update, they've just gotten stingy. Sure, Philippines. Well, this sucks. Suppose I'd rather support the UK than the other ones. Actually, yeah, we're exporting very little. You know what? I'm gonna try doing this. Screw it. Let's do a little bit of a test in the middle of our Iron Man game. So, what is our difference here? 9. Alright, so we're importing using 9 more. We're at -9. Okay. Well, that did not save me as much as I hoped it would. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, I didn't even think about it. Oh, that is so good. Alright, yeah, that's what you gotta do now. That is... Well, let's see how many exports we lost as a result of that. Oh my! Ooh, okay. It's bugging out on me. Don't do this to me. Now I'm gonna decrease it again and you're gonna tell me I'm dying. I hate this so much. Alright. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple days before I check, just to make sure it's actually stable. I need more oil, but I'm not gonna import it because don't want to mess with my numbers. Okay. Let's roll some of these up, actually. Let's do this, and then... Yeah, that's the move. Yeah, that's a lot of mills, and not a lot to put them on. When are we getting the sea? 140 days. Alright, is everything stable? Looks roughly stable. So now we're at... Alright, we're at -8. So that saved us so many imports, but it also screwed us out of a lot of exports. So it's pretty much a wash still by the looks of it. I might still prefer it just for the fact that you don't need to micro your imports as much.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Alright, my understanding is defense actually affects your breakthrough as well, though, so not horrible. Can I get this yet? No, it's ahead of time. Alright, I'll do this. Update. Boom. That's awesome. Alright, yeah, logistics is nice though. Logistics.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Engineer already. Logistics wizard 99%. Oh. Done grinding. Let's just promote him now to a field marshal. I want to do. I'm gonna probably do 3 tank armies. So I'm gonna do Rommel, Manteuffel. Wait, where is he? I passed him. I'm not gonna do Manstein because he's got Fort Buster, which is not really that useful, and it takes up a trait slot, so I don't like that. Although he does have Trickster, which is nice. Why can't I see him? Manteuffel and either Harp or Schweppenberg. They're, now that I look at them, they're completely identical, so one of them. So I'm just gonna actually keep grinding Guderian, because I do not have time to grind all 3 of them. Well, actually, that's what my original plan was, now that I'm remembering. Put Guderian here. That bothers me that the divisions are not in order. 3, 2, 1 instead of 1, 2, 3.
Angetreten!
That's an easier name to say.
Angetreten! Zeigt es ihnen!
I'm pretty sure you can use motorization here, and it doesn't actually cost you any trucks. Supposedly it costs Nationalist Spain trucks, but
Greift
they
weiter
must be able
an.
to afford it, or else I wouldn't actually be benefiting from this. So let's do this. So I can go for Thomas first. Thomas is awesome. 5% factory output and fuel gain per oil, mineral resources extraction, and military factory construction speed. That's great. But I don't have enough political power for him yet anyway, so I'm going to start with this. Oh yeah, let's import some more oil from anyone who will give us actually our money's worth. Alright, alright. Start something in Poland, I suppose. Oh my gosh, this is awful. I need assembly plants. I don't want to... Yeah, I'm going to. Oops. There we go. These decisions here, Operation Ursula you can do if you really want naval XP. I find you get so much through training that it's not really worth it. I mean, you can if you want, but... And then these ones here, this one gives you 10 Army XP. So maybe that one. This one sucks. That's absolute trash, so never do that. Industrial support, maybe if you're really desperate for Army XP, but you're gonna get a lot anyway. It's not worth 25 command power, I think, when that could be spent instead on military parades or war games. Actually, this gives you wait a minute. Oh, daily, so that's about one a week for 10 weeks. That's okay, 15 Army XP. Um, so it's for 25 command power, that's 5. And so this is 10, so that's more. But it also costs you a civ for 100 days, which really isn't much, but I'm stingy, so you can do that if you want, but
Bereit.
yeah, you're gonna find that command power actually tends to be in quite short supply. Oh, there we go, right on cue. Start Lend-Lease to China. China gets the most because they have the most manpower. That's my thinking, at least. I don't know if that really does me any good. I'll give them my World War I uniforms too. Uniforms, a lot of these equipments don't really give you much benefit to upgrade. Machine guns are one of the better ones, but even they only give, you know, a little bit more defense, really, as their most significant difference between levels, but it's not that big. Uniforms are the biggest one, I think, because they give a little bit more defense, but recovery rate. They give a ton of recovery rate, which is really big deal for tanks especially, but it's good for all your divisions. Let's give them a couple. Sure. Oh. Maybe I... it feels like a lot, but whatever. There you go. Japan. I sent 15k to China. So I have 10k left here. I don't know if I even want to give them that much. Yeah, you know I do. Let's be generous. 10k once. SS uniforms 1 monthly. Send. So yeah, that's gonna get us a lot
Bereit.
of XP.
Ausrücken.
Civs, that's nice. Go for this. Get George Thomas. Okay. Yeah, it's tough. I'm not really doing much with aluminum, but I'm about to. So yeah, let's preemptively get that.
Los, los, los.
You're Netherlands. So all come back to me eventually anyway. Let's do that.
Zeigt es ihnen.
Yeah, supply here sucks. Kind of want it to suck a little bit so they get some logistics wizard, but this is annoying. Oh, we took Madrid. Well, this is about to be over. Alright, that's not a full 7, but get greedy for research speed. 9 days I'm gonna grab George Thomas here. Mineral resources extraction. I don't know if that'll make enough of a difference to save me on any imports, but I don't know. With autarky, maybe it will. Oh, here we go. 53 transports, 43, almost 44,000. That's what you do it for. Thomas, yeah. Let's see. Do I really want 4 civs or do I just want to go 4 mills? You can also do this for the air research. I tend to find that to be a lower priority. And it's followed by this, which is great. But yeah, let's just do this for now. Yeah, I don't really care. Oh my gosh. What have they done? Here we go. So we don't have enough fighters, but we can do this without penalty. No, let's just do it now. If you really want to min-max, you can hold it for like 10 days or whatever, so it's closer to the winter, so you can offset most of the winter penalty, but we already were 1% over, so might as well hit it. Cause then we'll still be 1% over, so maybe I could do this. Whatever, don't care.
Achtung. Ausrücken.
Dispersed industry. It's still quite a ways ahead of time. Let's get radio equipment.
Zeigt es ihnen.
Industry liaisons. Yeah, I could have gotten that way sooner probably. Oh, actually, Army XP. Need 100 for that.
Zeigt es ihnen.
Maybe I should have gone for that before putting it into doctrines. Not that big of a deal. Oh, you guys should have been doing this already. Hopefully I didn't lose too much time. Yeah, they should be done by August, and then, yeah, that would be July, assuming this time stays constant, July 39. That's a little late, but I think that's fine. We just can't delay anymore. Yeah, we're doing way overkill on energy right now. I really want to go for this. You know what? Screw it. I think I will. These ones are nice for a little bit of factory output, by the way, but steel. Give me steel. Oh, that's really not good organization. Yeah. All right. So yeah. By the way, this is not logistics. Recon. This is what I was saying earlier. Armored car recon. It's a lot better. It uses some combat width, but whatever. You can design around that. Gives a lot more reconnaissance. The reason I haven't been using it recently, although I have used it in the past, is it uses a lot more fuel, which maybe I'm being too greedy, and that's not really that big of a deal. Because, yeah, I think it gives better modifiers to infantry, motorized, mechanized, and tanks. Well, it must, because that's why the breakthrough goes up by nearly 6 and the soft attack by 3. But yeah, I just stick with motorcycles. They're cheap and they're mostly good. Let's do. You know, screw it. I'll do it. I'll try this for the first time. Hope I clicked the right one. I wasn't really paying attention. Military factories. Tank Panzer. Oh wait. Let's do this one first because I need to do this first before the other one anyway. Oh, finally we can do some stuff on tanks. Boom. Perfect. We have 19. Let's go. Alright. Alright, so it's not repairs happening right now. So I should be able to drop that and not have it immediately spike back up. Right? Surely. Okay, I can actually... So, I'm gonna... auto upgrade everything. Save as new. I'm gonna name this like a Turpitz class or something. Anti-air, anti-air, anti-air. I'm not the Navy guy. I do not know what I'm doing with Navy. I just LARP. Cool guns. Oh, that's one thing you can research is the advanced or the interwar. Or no, it is the advanced 40 centimeter guns or whatever. But since I didn't do that, I'm just gonna go with these. And because I'm starting production so late. Yeah, these ones are more like cost effective, I think. So, given that they are advanced. Yeah, that's a good boost to anti-air. Yeah, let's just grab this. You're not outdated. Bismarck and Tirpitz. Let's. Yeah, okay, so I am gonna need to. I really want to go for those tank assembly plants, but if I'm doing this right now, I do need to go for Schiff-Bauer Satz plan. Let's do that. It's only 13 days. Yeah, this means I need to import some more iron. Small price to pay for LARP. things grind really slow when you split them up like this, but it's better than just doing them one at a time and then one of them gets it and one of them has 0% progress. Ooh, excavation. Let's see if that saves me anything. Screw it, let's go ahead of time. Oh. Right, another good one is this one. Supply range and a little bit of division supplies, although that's like a pittance. That's not really a significant amount. But I feel now that I've gotten more comfortable with the supply system, it's a little redundant, and the consumer goods, well, I shouldn't say redundant. Supply range is always good, but consumer goods factories I don't like. I'm greedy, so this one's good, but attrition, defense, lower attrition, nice, but who cares about defense? This one, I don't understand. Why does this one reduce your reconnaissance and division recovery rate? That kind of seems like counterintuitive to grand strategy, but whatever. A lot of these other ones are way too situational, I think. I haven't really looked at them in a while. Yeah, most of them suck. Yeah, it's okay, but there's better things to do. Things that'll actually help you. So this conversion speed bonus, actually, that's quite nice. Air accidents chance, nice. Although air accident chance is pretty low now. Previous updates, that was a lot better. Research speed's nice, consumer goods not nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this though. Command power, organization, high command cost, down. Okay. Yep. So that should update at any moment now. Any moment now. There we go. Okay. So now this will be done late 1941. That's a bit later than I would have hoped, but that's not the end of the world. Let's build a few more uniforms, I suppose. Could put more on garrison equipment. Garrison equipment's always been 2. So yeah, this recent update's really screwed with a lot of balance because this used to be 1, so this has been doubled. And garrison equipment was always 2, so now this is no longer as outrageously expensive, relatively speaking, as I'm used to. We don't need this much, which is too bad because that's only 1, and now it's going to go on something 2. Yeah, 20 days here. Achtung Panzer, that's like 30 days, then this. This is a good one too. 3 engine factories, 1 tank assembly plant, but it requires a lot of stuff. Sonderkraft, whatever, that one's good. The recon company one, I never find a chance that I really want to take this early enough to actually use it to get the recon early, but it is nice for the early mechanized. And that also allows you to do this, although this also requires going for synthetic rubber, which the quickest way to do is just, actually that's the only way to do. Alright, yeah, just doing these 2. So that's another 2 months of focuses there, 1 month there, although that one I would say to do anyway. And then you can do this one for 1 month. So it's nice. I don't know if it's completely worth it though. Especially because doing these, you'll get a penalty. And I'm not sure that the penalty's not horrible. It's not the end of the world. And these resource focuses and these ones here, any other ones? It's just these. Do give you some nice bonuses and give you a lot of refineries, and refineries are really expensive to build. So that's nice, but you know, for multiplayer, I think where it might be more competitive, I think it's more justifiable. In single player, I think you can get by without it. So you get that penalty there, divert resources to synthetic industries. You don't get it on every one of these, just the first one gives it. And then there's a second one for the second one you research. That's, I think, a slightly smaller penalty. And then after that, there's no penalty for researching more. For this run, I'm just going to avoid them. Uh, yeah, the bonuses are nice, but I'd rather just avoid the penalties. I don't really care that much. Hopefully we're not going to have fuel issues. So it won't be necessary. Let's go for this. The command ones are really nice to get through by the time of the war. The whatever you call the other one, they're nice, but not quite as critical, I think. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'd never got the designers for the planes. Whoopsie. Well. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize these aren't converting anymore. These are just building new ones. Whoopsie. Alright. No more rifles. Alright, we're still producing a ton of rifles, but not quite as many rifles. Oh, France has a lot of bauxite too, look at that. Yeah, you can really boost France a lot, and I find it to be quite helpful. Probably doesn't really make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, but it's nice. Oh, I'm gonna grab that. Oh wait, it's already here. So that'll pop up automatically for handheld anti-tank and radios, so don't make two lines of it on accident. How about that? Right. Let's do this, because I'm going to want some assault guns. Assault infantry is basically just infantry. They're a little bit better at attacking urban and like forest and jungle, but they're worse at like more open areas like mountains, hills, plains, and desert. So I like to mix some of them into my tank divisions, because tank divisions don't tend to struggle all too much in plains and desert, and you really shouldn't be taking them to fight in mountains anyway. And they could really use the help in urban. So it's November. Yeah, let's do this. So we don't want to forget, like I usually do, January 25th, Anschluss of 1938. Then August 25th, 1938, you can do Sudetenland. Or no, not 25th, August 31st. And then January 25th, 1939, you can do Fate of Czechoslovakia. So you want to do those. 3 more, because that's 3 engines a pop. Oh man, yeah, that's why I had to import so much rubber. Whoops. Oh yeah, we're at a big deficit now. I'm sure it would be worse though if we had the original export law. Yeah, sell food. It's great. You're gonna be fine on food as Germany. Oh wow, actually it's really high right now, but usually it'll get down to like around 10 to 20%, and it might look scary, but it doesn't do anything until like it's like to 0, so you should be fine. This is disgusting. I haven't done any of the designers. 330 days till I get that. Yeah, let's definitely make sure I have the designers ready for that next one. But surely I have time to screw around and do some other stuff first. Let's do bonds. Why not? Bonds, I have in the past ignored, but honestly, I think they're worth it, especially the early ones. I mean, you lose trade deal opinion factor, which might make the AI a little messed up and screw you over, but once you take over France, that's not really much of an issue anyway. You hardly need to import anything. Um, but yeah, you just get these nice little bonuses. Later ones give you some stability hits, but hopefully by that point your stability is really good anyway. Um, and you can really use those other bonuses, you know, that factory output, dockyard output. Military factory construction is not going to really be much of a thing in the late game. You don't really care much about. Uh, Mineral resource extraction might be, and lower consumer goods is always nice. So that's a good law. Most of the laws are not very useful at all, so it's easy to get overwhelmed in looking at them all. Alright, we just did a military parade in Berlin. That's going to give us some political power. Pay attention to those before you do them, though, because if you're doing them over and over, they sort of decrease how much political power they'll give you. So you have to wait for a while, and that will slowly rise, and then it might be worth it to do it again. So like right after we do this one in Berlin, it's going to give us an option to do it again in Berlin, but instead of giving us like close to 60, it'll give us like 15 or something, which is not worth it. I really don't care. I'm not going to spend naval XP. That's something we're going to want to get to eventually. It gives a extra research slot for tank stuff and a 0.5 year ahead of time thing. We're going to use that on the F. That way we can have a lot of the F out before Barbarossa, or at least more of them. Wow, that's new. Where the heck did that come from? Holy crap! I didn't notice that. Octung Panzer gives that, so alright. If you're not following along exactly, you could, in your campaigns earlier, maybe you could do that further ahead of time. I didn't realize that. That's pretty sick, actually. But we're not going to do this right now. Sonderkraft we're not going to do right now. Just going to go straight for this right now. Alright, let's try to grind a little bit more with these guys before the war's over. Yeah, here I really don't see any reason to recall. I mean, you want to help Japan win faster, I guess you can recall it, but I don't think it's really going to make that big of a difference for Japan. And it's going to screw you out of consumer goods reduction and easier trade with China, so I'll just keep them.
Suchen Deckung.
Aye. Aye. Ah, that's not what I meant to do either. Right. Did I already do what I'm pulling? I did not. Okay. Still a whole year ahead of time. No, screw it. I'll research it with this. Not going to spend army XP though. I want to save that for my doctrines and these things. Professional Army Corps. Sure. Officer Corps. I'll just give more XP. Pays itself off eventually. Theoretically.
Ausrücken.
Not just you. Yeah, tanks we're not doing great against here.
Suchen Deckung.
Let's not even bother. Radio equipment done. Let's get a head start on these. This is gonna save us some steel. It's gonna cost us some aluminum. Oh, actually, no, we don't even need to import more bauxite. That's good.
Befehle?
Wow, this is trash.
Ausrücken!
Are we getting... Oh, whoops. I was not getting as much XP as I should have been.
Unter Beschuss!
Yeah, things are not looking good here in Spain. It's getting a little rough. Let's see. 3 divisions. Yeah, let's try going for 9 before the war.
Achtung!
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna ramp up fighter production massively here, so we can do 9 more prohibited by engines, so let's just do 9 more anyway and then build engine plants. Yeah, put tanks a little bit further behind.
Angetreten!
Do we want to modify these right now? Yeah, we're gonna want to get rid of this motorcycle regiment. Let's just get rid of them for regular motorized infantry, I suppose. Drop a tank. More motorized infantry. Let's do motorized assault. Yeah, these light tanks are so trash, it barely decreases soft attack to replace them with infantry. But that org is really needed. Recovery rate's nice as well. Alright. Let's just do that. Oh wait, actually it tells you here you don't need to mouse over everything. Motorized equipment, 0 available. Assault equipment, not enough. Alright, whatever. I don't really care that much. We can make more of them assault when we switch to mech later. Engine plants. Oh, it's January, so let's do something short so we can get to that on time. It doesn't really matter if we're a few days late. Maybe we do this. No, let's do this. Let's do this.
Angetreten!
Steel mill upgrade plants. Oh yeah, that gives more tanks right there after that. Yeah, this is a good one. You get as soon as it's 1938. I'm pretty sure every nation gets that. Industry is more immediately gratifying because there's a lot of stuff on industry to do right away. But I find later on in the game, you're gonna really run out of things to research in industry, and the resource manufacturing, you're always gonna have a ton to do for quite a while. So let's go with that. Okay. power is fine. Let's do this 4% factory output.
All right.
Let's go through and just mark all these guys, I suppose, with Panzer Expert. They're all gonna get Spearhead Specialist eventually, but I do want to give them that because, you know, it's just nice stats. Let's put this to Elite just in case there's shortages of anything, then we can make sure these guys get it first. Oh, I already forgot. Anschluss. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. That was overkill. Engines. Oh, great. Yeah, I can. These use less engines than this, so dropping this would actually make the deficit worse. Let's do this, and then eventually I'm going to want to drop the number I have on guns, but for now, not even worried about it. February 2nd. This bind. Alright, here we go. We're about to get a bunch of these events now. Clearing people out. This guy, don't know who he is, don't care. Get a bit of political power. Yeah, kill this guy. Or whatever. Start producing this. I typically don't produce the earlier assault gun or assault equipment because you really need very little of it, and the earlier one is significantly worse. So I mean, one factory on this should be good. Let's see. Almost enough. Nowhere near enough. Cool. Yeah. This one, there's like nothing to research until like 1939, and there's just so much that there's nothing you can do to keep up. Yeah, let's do recon equipment too. This is a big one. You're gonna increase your reconnaissance a lot with it.
Achtung!
Alright, Funk, here we go. Funk is gonna replace Goering. That's great. I mean, this Goering isn't as bad as the one we replaced with the Judge, but he still gives minus 1% factory output, so good riddance. Gives us a little political power too. Speaking of which, we need to spend that. Let's see. Yeah, this we're probably gonna want to just go for logistical focus. Doesn't give any consumer goods or anything, so just nice supply range, lower consumption. A lot of these have requirements that we're just not gonna have. This one's just about impossible. You need to go through the doctrines and do all of these, and then get improved combined arms. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. The HP though is really nice, and medical evacuation. If you get down to this one. This one's a little more reasonable, but like I said, this is a lower priority one to get. These ones are a lot more important. But if you do get to that one is quite nice. Plus 10% division HP and lower experienced soldier losses, so your losses will be reduced a bit. So that's nice. Yeah, see, look at that. It's only 35 right now. Not worth doing it yet. I would only really do it once it's like 20, or not 20, 50 and up. Typically not even until it's closer to 60. Okay. Do I actually want to start with that? Not really. I don't want to really focus on things that give me like combat bonuses right now because the Spanish Civil War is about to be over, so it's not going to help me there. And I'm not actually going to be at war for over a year, so I want to focus on things that give me production still right now. Although we are starting to get to that point where we should start thinking about technologies that are going to give us those combat bonuses, so don't put it off too much like I usually do.
Ausrücken!
Oh wait, I forgot I have a ton of political power. Oh, you guys are ripping me off. Screw you. I'm not taking anything from you anymore. One more thing of bauxite. Surely one more is all we need. March 26th, that'll give us another 8. That's enough for 3 factories. Yeah, we need. Well. Oh, great. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, great. Alright, there we go. Anschluss, that's a big one.
Bereit!
Just gonna throw those guys in there for now. Sort that all out later. Well, this is awkward. Engine protection. Well, we'll just ignore that for now. Can actually probably go down to 1 on light vehicles. Believe it or not. Horse transport always looks good, and then it turns out you're actually don't have nearly enough, so let's do a bit on that. Anti-air, anti-tank usually have way more than enough. Yeah, this is sort of a glimpse of my production if you are interested in seeing it. Oh, I forgot to increase this. Usually I increase recon to 3, but maybe that's excessive. I think the original reason I started doing that was because I found that I didn't have enough for my operations, but hasn't been an issue for me, and I forgot to do it this time, so. Yeah, whatever. They give you an extra research slot. Good. Let's just do this. Alright, we have a little bit more time now to do other stuff until we need to grab the things from Sudetenland. Oh, great. I love when they all come do it at the same time. By love, I mean don't love. Conversion. Yeah, conversion is probably the best thing to go for right now. Alternatively, this is a nice one. You can grab just 10 stability. That's a long time to research though, so let's just start with this. Tank production, awesome. How's our energy? Still good, but whatever. Let's start doing that. Let's do this. This one requires schools. Each level of schools allows you to do this decision one more time. Temporarily hurts your resource speed a little bit. Not really that big of a deal. Gives you some more production efficiency cap and growth. That's pretty nice actually. And then 5 stability and war support. for 75 political power. That's not bad. Oh, wait, yeah. Before I start spending frivolously, let's remember that there's things I actually wanted. Messerschmitt, Dornier, and then let's grab Krupp or Man are usually the ones I like. This one doesn't reduce the design cost of mediums, but design cost generally tends to be pretty small anyway, so I don't really care. The main thing for me is I want 2% soft attack and hard attack. Um, this one gives speed and armor as well. This one gives reliability. This one gives reliability, but this one also gives conversion speed bonus. Maybe I go with that. Raphael Brundle. Yeah, the differences those make are so small, that's not something to really sweat over. Um, just if you're trying to min-max, you can really look at those and get minor little differences between them. Alright, I do want to keep going with these, but you don't want to get myopic and only do those. Your main doctrine, your offensive doctrine, and your defensive doctrine are quite important as well. Primarily the offensive doctrine. The attritional containment, I think that org right there does a lot of the heavy lifting. This one's okay, but not really that significant. And we're going to get these ahead of time penalties. Yeah, from the Achtung Panzer, so I can really just start plowing through those right now. And optimally, you should be able to get through mobile warfare before you actually even invade France. I think sometimes I even get it before I invade Poland, and I recently have been doing early war, so I'm going to be doing it Army XP. I'm going to be doing it like early, mid 39. So this one, 5 political power. It's going to make all the difference. Oh, the war's still going on.
Achtung! Ausrücken!
Don't care. Yep, alright. That's enough from our close air support. They're not doing anything, they're just getting shot down now.
Los, ausrücken! Achtung!
Leave you
Angetreten!
guys here so you can get some planning bonus. I don't know why you guys are doing so horrible. Oh, because you guys don't have equipment. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, at this point you could let them use your Panzer 1Bs that you're creating, but I don't really care that much about squeezing out a little extra experience for these guys, so I'll just let them go. 4 more and then 1 here. Yeah, that looks good. Now we just need engine. May 15th. Yeah, we need a lot of engines. About 1 here. Some more tanks after that. Civilian industry. This one looks like it gives you a new research slot. It doesn't. It just increases the capability of the one you got here. This one was just raw materials. Now it can do industry. After this focus. This focus doesn't really give you all that much though. It looks big. It looks like, oh, a civilian factory synthetic and, you know, research, but it's just additional capacity for the research. 1 civilian factory and 2 synthetic refineries. It's not really all that much. So maybe I go here actually. Grab this finally. Yeah, let's do it. Suppose I can just slap some extra ones on garrison equipment. That's something you're always going to need until late game when I slap 200 factories on it and have a couple million. Oh, it's about mid 38, so I should be able to be half a year ahead or behind on, or whatever, on the industrial techs there. Let's do this. So let's hit that, and as soon as I get one available, I'm gonna use this to get this. That'll allow us to access these quicker. You could also use it for here, get a little bit of cap and engine capacity. These other ones aren't really worth it. This one sucks. 5% retention, 25% repair speed, don't care. This one's nice, but I tend to find other things more pressing, and frequently I don't get to that one. Not a big deal. I do want to get a lot of these done though, before the war. You really don't want to enter this war with low organization, which, what are we at right now? 14. Yeah, it's not very good.
Befehlen?
Oh, they canceled. Well, we still got a lot out of it. I've never seen them cancel, actually. That's weird. Medium and heavy. I'm probably not going to do heavies, honestly. Lower tank tech research speed, though. Conversion speed. Is the conversion speed worth it? I don't think so. Max speed and armor. Screw it. Going with man. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to research for that one, so let's start going
Befehlen?
for that stability. Speaking of which, I'm gonna want to drop this so I can get my consumer goods.
Befehlen?
Honestly, the stats are still pretty good despite not having equipment.
Suchen Deckung.
Shouldn't really attack with them though. How many fighters do we have? It's mid 38 and we have 200. Yeah, let's do some more. We're gonna need a few more than that. Yeah, we're quite a bit behind schedule. So let's pick up the pace. Whatever, I don't really care about Navy, just research that for 1.5 years. Let's get some doctrine.
Achtung!
You know what, let's do an extra one here. Improve tank designs, general plastics. General plastics, you can now do crap. Fuel refining, I suppose. This one was doing the tank thing. That's only for above 50. We won't need above 50 until the F. This one can only go up to 50. Let's do... Oh wait, yeah, forgot about this. Dispersed 3. Let's do that, focus on people's problems. Doing jumping jacks on the border. Yeah, look at that, we're just... we're rolling in the army XP from those Lend-Lease. It's great. Another thing about the Lend-Lease, let's do this. Uh, you're not going to see it here. It's not listed. So if you want to see how much it is, pause at a given time. I mean, you can end this whenever you want because it does hurt output a little bit. I tend to keep it around just for the increased construction speed. But, maybe at this point I drop it because I'm not building military factories anymore. And it doesn't boost your engine or tank assembly plant production. Yeah, screw it. Who needs it? Especially because I need to make up for my horrible mistakes. Whoops. Replace this with the 2. What, did that increase its steel use? Sure, let's do that. Just to make this less ugly, let's do this. And the reason I'm going to do this is because this is approximately what my division's going to look like, except this is going to be SPGs. I won't have this many though, so let's just leave this as it is for now. Drop this guy, add motorized medium artillery, save, and drop the medium artillery for a light artillery here. Sure, slap a combat engineer in there, why not? They're not going to be used for attacking, but, in the odd case that they need to support. Oh, by the way, you're dropping the maintenance company there because the maintenance company uses fuel. And I don't really care about their infantry equipment. It's got high reliability anyway, so it doesn't really need the boost. Oh, there we go. Okay, alright, now we have too many engines and not enough. Oh. Well, forgot about that. One step ahead. Gotta stay one step ahead. Alright, June. Getting pretty close. This is something you can do as well. Befriend Japan. Looks like it sucks. Honestly, I really don't get the point of it. Like all of your generals get 1 planning skill, I guess, but that's like the least useful of the skills. Versus China, go with them. You make a trade deal. I don't know why. That's kind of stupid. You get more trade relations with China, which is nice, but usually they lose their coastline pretty quickly, and you can't import from them anyway, so it doesn't matter. You get a little bit of a research bonus for industry. Hardly anything to talk about. But then here you get 8 civilian factories off the map. So that's nice. Honestly though, generally that's just so many focuses. There's so many better things to do. Speaking of which, maybe just, let's do this first. I don't know what this one just finished researching. Put it on. Now let's start doing some war stuff. It's getting closer to the war. Here we go, soft attack.
Befehle.
Yeah, I'm done with this. I'm not
Angetreten.
grinding these guys anymore. Oh, aluminum. Nice. Improved core. Do have army XP. Yeah, see this one I don't care that much about if I don't have that by the start of the war. Orgloss when moving is nice. Recovery rate's really nice. Orgloss when moving. More of this. Let's go with this one. 5% Orgloss when moving. Some more division supplies. Oh gosh, yeah, never mind. We don't have enough engines. Treaty with USSR. Alright. May have overproduced a tad. Well, we'll see, because I'm about to convert these divisions as well, so demand's about to go up a lot. Division, yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
Do something like this.
Alright.
Just gonna do some organizing now. You can organize however you want.
Angetreten. Alright.
Alright,
Angetreten.
this is gonna be our coastal garrison. We really don't need one. It's just what I do with the excess militia I trained at the start. Oh, that's brilliant. I forgot I trained those guys. Absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna have 6, we're gonna have 9, so we're gonna need 360 mediums to have a single battalion in all of them. We're about halfway there. Yeah, we're fine. We're gonna have that much. Hopefully enough for 2 would be nice. That would be very nice. 24, that's 8 more we can do. Let's see. Oh yeah, we don't need all you guys. You guys were just for when we had excess of everything. 12. Ah, you know what? Screw it. Let's produce a little extra because we're just about to need it. Oh, actually, no, we're not. Cause we're. Oh, we need so many more engines. Hop around on the 40s. Yeah. Yeah, we're not really producing as many mills at this point. You know, if we weren't doing quite as many tanks and planes, I think you can start to see now how we would have a lot more mills, but right now we have 220 and we're like a year away from the war. We could get a lot more if that was all we were producing, but I mean, if you look at our construction queue now, I mean, it's one line of mills that's about to be over, one line of mills, and then a ton of assembly plants. Okay. Alright, so 1939, you get a lot of good stuff popping up all at once here. So let's rush for this, because we're going to need the infantry gun too. Rhine metal, how about that? The infantry gun 2 will enable us to research the 15 centimeter here. which we can slap on the Panzer 1. It's got a lot of soft attack. Not quite as much soft attack as this one, but that's a year later. And I don't think this one can go on the Panzer 1. I think you need the Panzer 2 for that. And that's also a year later, the superstructure for that. So we're just going to stick with this. Almost the same infrastructure. Almost the same soft attack, but you can get a lot earlier and a bit cheaper. Okay, so here's the question. I am going to get rid of him, but this is someone you can keep. Most of these guys that you have these things for suck, and it's better to just get rid of them anyway. Back here, division organization is actually quite nice. So you could try keeping him. I mean, it's 50 political power. It's not the end of the world. That's something you could do. I'm gonna get rid of him though, because I do want to get Halder instead for 5% division attack. But the organization is good too. 6% is quite a bit. Turkey and France are friends. Disgusting. Embargo Cuba. Let's do another military parade. Military parade's gonna use some civs, but I think it's worth it. There we go. Extra research slot. 64 days away, and we're gonna be able to do this. In the meantime, let's do superstructure. Superstructure takes a lot less time to research anyway, so let's forget about that. Screw it, let's go for this. Need this back. You also want to get access to this whenever you can. You can do without it for Poland and France. You could do without it for Russia too, but it's just a really nice thing to have. Whatever you do, don't do this. I don't know why you'd ever do this. It gets rid of like all that awesome stuff you just got, and it gives you one tank division, which you need to provide all the equipment for and everything. I think it starts off with like high experience level or something, but I don't care. This is a big buff on all of your tanks. So just stick with that. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Unable to repeat. That's not good because we don't really have much time. It's July. Oh, it's the end of July. Let's say it's August. Yeah, that might be really bad. we might have been screwed out of doing a third, depending on what our spy network's at right now and how quickly we can get it up. What do I want to do? July, August. Okay, so one more month and we can do Sudetenland actually. So let's just do. This will take us a little bit over, but who cares? Yeah, we're not gonna do another one. Well, like I said, it's not the end of the world if you don't get 3. It's just nice to have. What am I doing? What am I doing? Don't really care. Oh yeah, let's grab this. Those radio techs are really important. I've forgotten them several times and it makes life a lot harder. Oh, yeah, I want to make sure we keep up with these. Efficient communication, I'm pretty sure is a good one for Navy.
Angetreten.
Let's do it. Let's go ahead of time on that. Get engines. $57. How about that? yeah, that's not gonna happen by the looks of it. Six a day, yeah, that's no, we're not getting that. Let's grab this. We're actually starting to get high on energy consumption. Oh, alright, we need to wait a few days. I guess we had days saved up, so we weren't late. Let's go with this one. Get rid of that bit of consumer goods. Claim Sudetenland. Oh yeah, we're gonna want more assembly plants because this is gonna give us a bunch of mills and stuff that we need plants to actually put to effective use. BF-109D. Alright. BF-109D is the last one you're gonna get before the war. I'm gonna go with the fast bomber this time because that's something I've been trying recently, but Stukas are amazing as well. If you wanted to do Stukas, you probably should have produced some of them a bit earlier. It's not the end of the world though. Your number one priority should be your fighters. A lot of people tend to overproduce their casts, and if you don't have green air, your cast is useless. Well, it's less than useless. It's a waste of production. So focus on your fighters first. You really don't need much, if any, cast for the opening wars. It's quite helpful for Barb, but even then, 500 is probably all you really need. You could do more, obviously, but you could get by with less. So yeah, I'm going to try these fast bombers, but another good one is these casts. This one as well, if you don't want to keep upgrading the type, you can stick with this one. It's not as good ground attack as these later ones. It's pretty much on par with the first one. But the nice thing about this is it has a lot of range. But this fast bomber does too, so I'm going to give it a try. It does have higher resource cost though, higher IC cost as well by a lot, and you don't start producing it until 1939, so that's the drawback to it, but I'm going to try it out anyway. Yeah, we're really close to that Panzer IV-D, which is going to be really nice. Because these tanks were making really expensive. They're really going to provide a lot of breakthrough and armor for our divisions. So like, let's see, if I swapped here, one medium tank, that's going to bring us up to almost 10 division armor. 17 more soft attack. Yeah, 4 more armor, 17 more soft attack, almost 21 more breakthrough. 2 more strength. I mean, it's quite good, but let's see what it goes up to after we get the next tank design. Construction. Please oil. No. Alright, whatever. This is a nice one to get. Just gives you weekly stability. Speaking of weekly stability, can we lose some? No, we need to be at war for that. Okay. Let's just grab Huller now. So even though we're not fighting here, by us not participating in this war dragging on, we are actually getting XP because of the guns we sent to Spain, Republican Spain. Probably could have sent more. Well, I mean at the time obviously we couldn't have, we didn't really have any, but whatever, don't really care. Yeah, see, affected by Messerschmitt and Dornier, so you can see it's affected. The IC cost is quite a bit lower. Yeah, right. Let's do that. Drop that. Drop these. Drop uniforms. Drop guns. Drop uniforms a bit more. And I will do another line of the BF-110D maybe with 15 factories, and this one will be on converting. So it's going to convert those older ones to this one. Cost 31 to convert. That's insane. But you get the conversion speed modifiers that help, and it doesn't cost resources. So it's a nice way to use extra mills. Ah. Alright, see, so 500 days from now, we're going to get access to that. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, forgot. Let's actually build it. Panzer 4D. Improved ergonomics, improved optics. Commander Cupola, close support gun. Balanced coverage. 50 millimeter. Welded. Differential front drive. Standard. Whatever engine gets you the speed you want. And then guns. So 912. Look at that. Not that expensive. And quite nice. So start producing that, and that's going to actually be less tank assembly plant capacity than the 4A, so we can actually probably start putting more mills on them as a result. So yeah, now let's look at this. If we replace one of these with a medium, it's gonna, the stats are gonna be based off of your most recent, most advanced thing. So yeah, now it's 18 more soft attack, not a massive difference there. But almost 24 more breakthrough, nice. It's almost 8 more armor, that's big. That's where it's at. So, and it probably helps a little bit more with hardness. Let's see, 17, 16. Oh yeah, 1% more hardness. That's gonna be a game changer. Alright, pretty much all set here. The only thing missing, let's get started on this, I suppose. Not much else to do. Claims Sudetenland, influence their government, prepare to invade. Both of those suck. Just take it. Alright, now you can do this one. Doesn't really do you any good. You can't do this one until January 25th, so let's try doing some other ones that are going to help us a bit more first. Oh, I forgot to do this one earlier. Well, let's do this. This is 6 a pop, so let's do 3. And we don't have engine assembly plants, so while we're building those, let's just make more of these. Yeah, let's do this. Dive bombing. There's superiority bonus in combat. Nice. Boom. Corpse radio. Okay, we have a bunch of command power again. Let's spend it somehow. You know, this probably isn't the best way to spend political power, but I like when you get it on a state that's like, or on a region that's more than, you know, like 2 states. So that's tempting. Although that's not really high infrastructure. And, you know, you pretty much never reach the limits anyway, so really it's not worth it. It's bait. Yeah, not a lot of PP there. Just grab army XP. Yeah, again, nothing really great over there left. Sonder. Let's just go with Sonder. Okay, yeah, now we're getting to the good stuff. 1939. So, Logistics Company 2. This is a big one you really want to make sure you take. It's going to unlock motorized and mechanized logistics. Mechanized sucks. It's literally just motorized, except more expensive. Don't do it. But motorized, you're going to see, is a massive upgrade from the car logistics that we currently have. Wow, they're really... Ooh. Thank you, China. Very cool. Armor Genius, and we got the discount. Okay, submarines. I don't really care. You guys can stop training. Spanish State. Wow, shocker. Condor Legion, yeah, bypassed. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait, yeah, no, I forgot. It was already too late for me to do that. I could try going for another one of these, because that's a very short time. Still not sure if it'd be done on time, though. Plus 60 days, that's nice. Yeah, no, that'd be... I mean, I could do that if I pushed it off to, like, late summer, but I don't really want to do that. I don't really care. Dispersed. Alright, here we go. Now we have the good stuff. Alright, truck workshops. That's going to be awesome for us. So we can actually probably produce less of these. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to get 2 battalions in every division. Panzertruppen School. Yes. Oh, it's just talking about that. No more imported alloys. Yikes, yikes, yikes. That's a lot. Oh, we did already separate these. So let's look at the damage now. Alright. That's a lot of red. It's almost done. More Orglost when moving, or... That's a tough one. Yeah, let's just go with this one. Alright, so this looks pretty bad, but it's not really that bad. We're gonna get a lot of equipment from... Dang it! A lot of equipment from the Czechs after we take them over. Yeah, okay, yeah, this doesn't even look bad without that equipment, honestly. Yeah, this looks horrible, but we're gonna switch away from car logistics, and that's gonna save that. Recon equipment, I don't know how much of that we get from the Czechs, but that's not horrible either. Yeah, we're actually... yeah, I think we did not produce nearly enough tanks and planes, because we have quite an abundance of infantry stuff.
Angetreten.
Get out of here. This will be just my garrison theater that I ignore. I'm going to put someone that sucks on this. He has defense doctrine. Oh, wow. That's an interesting trait. Ernst or Kubena. His name's just Ernst. Huh. Now this is the really critical decision here. Yeah, typically you're not really going to have to worry about getting naval invaded. AI just thinks you're too scary and they're not going to risk it, even though you might not have anything. So the only reason I'm going to have a D-Day wall is just because I overproduced militia at the start of the game so I could send more volunteers to Spain. Instead of disbanding those guys, I'll just keep them around just for the LARP. Let's do armored recovery vehicle. Yeah. These guys, we're not going to get by France, but we can have them by Barb and they can help with our tanks reliability quite a bit. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do this. Get some XP. So that automatically canceled our one to the Spain that doesn't exist anymore. What the heck is happening here? That's disgusting. Huh. Yeah, let's do this. Although I'm getting a bit greedy now. I need to focus more on more immediate concerns, like making sure my guys are ready to fight. So you want to focus less now on production stuff and more on your troops' ability to fight. Alright, I'm too greedy. I have to take that. I have to. I don't know if that's even greedy. I think that's just stupid. But I'm going to take it anyway. Do this. Alright, yeah, we got motorized 2, so... or logistics. So here we can do... look at that. 2.5 or 0.25 less supply use. Massive increase to fuel capacity. It's just so much better. So we're going to do that. We have, wow, just enough trucks. Although that doesn't count this, so we're actually just under, but we have time to produce, so we're fine. And then, yes, we do want signal company. It's going to provide a lot of recovery rate and org. Yes, looks good. Screw it, let's train the workforce. Okay, let's do this. And that should take us right to it. Not quite yet. Supply range, nice, not the most pressing concern. Artillery's nice to upgrade. Artillery will give you significant increase in your stats to upgrade that, but it's a little close to the war to consider upgrading all that. It's something I definitely want before Barb, though. Let's go for some hospitals, why not? Engines, cool. Give me tanks, too, now. Let's do one, drop one, another one. See, having these conversion factories is really nice because they can sort of hold your mills when you don't have capacity to use them. And at will, you can just pick them off there, put them on your tanks or whatever. Yes, give me your political power. Less fuel, please. Alright, so we're in pretty good shape right now, actually, all things considered. We're fine on equipment. Tank production's looking alright. We have XP, so, yep. 75 command power. Let's spend it. Let's just drop all of these, I don't really care. And then here, we're going to yeah, whatever. Just drop them in. Yeah, we're not doing so hot on our number of fighters, but honestly, that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's gonna make it a little bit harder to push, but honestly, we're making 5 a day. Yeah, you know, actually, we should be good. I think we're. It's a little low for comfort, but I think we should have enough to get air superiority. Oh yeah, look at that. Engine capacity is looking good. Let's build some artillery. That's a little preemptive. Yeah, this looks good to me. I'm gonna want more engines eventually, so let's just start those now. Don't really want to focus on my production all too much, or construction. So just set all that up, don't really care. Want to get set up for the war. How long do you have until you're dead? 204 days? Yeah, we should capitulate France before then. If you capitulate the country, you get your agents back, so I think. High capacity. High capacity is better. I mean, you're gonna. Yeah, it costs more bauxite, and that sucks because you're limited on bauxite. Although you can get a lot later, so it's not really that big of a deal. But the amount of aluminum you get per bauxite is going up, in effect, and it costs more energy. But who cares? Make more power plants. Let's do this.
Alright.
All right.
Achtung!
Ricky, Remke.
Achtung!
Who you pick as your generals doesn't really matter all that much. I just have a few that I particularly like for their traits. Modal, I like him a lot. Quite a few with terrain bonuses, so that's nice to keep in mind.
Achtung!
Let's get rid of this order. Oh, I don't have enough PP to promote him. I'll have to come back to that. Runestedt's gonna be my
Angetreten.
dude.
Befehle.
Might as well make plans just for the planning bonus. Sandbank, that's new.
Achtung!
Yeah, this front line's gonna get a little weird once Czechs capitulate. I don't really care. You could just set this up after you take over the Czechs, but honestly, letting the Poles just like walk through there really just spreads their forces out and makes it easier, I think. So, okay. All right, we have that fast bomber now. Yeah, these guys are freaking expensive. I'm probably not gonna put much on them. Yeah, this is 6 to 7, so let's drop. Do I really want to do that though? Maybe I don't go exact, and that way I don't have to drop as much off of it. Because I do need as many of these as I can get. Yeah, I'm going to take my own advice and chill out. Actually, yeah, we're producing too much of this. Sure, you can have a couple extra. You can as well, you can. Don't know what that was about, but okay. Alright, yeah, whatever. Okay, so here you can just annex them directly. That's kind of the standard move, usually. Or you can make them a puppet state. I typically go with puppet state. Reason being, you don't need to garrison it. Granted, the garrison you do need there is generally pretty small. But you actually get more of the factories as well. So you get from German puppets, you get 50% of their civs and 75% of their mills. Oh, right. Let's do this. All right. 50% of the civs, 75% of the mills, which occupying them, even though it gives you compliance, you're not going to get that much. So you get more factories by having them as a puppet. The downside of it is you only get the factories, so you're not going to get their assembly plants. But generally, I think that's worth the cost. Oh wait, this is one of my jack of all trade researches, so let's use this on something for the actual fighting. Let's do this. Radios. Oh, perfect. So yeah, 20, almost 21 organization on the infantry, that's fine. Again, they're not going to be doing much fighting. 16, that's not great. It's not horrible, honestly. You can get by with a lot. That's not very good in France. Here, screw Hungary. Just take it for yourself. It's going to be another puppet. Give you more factories. But yeah, you're not going to get away with as much during Barb. You can get away with a lot during these ones, but this one, I mean, I guess you really don't want to piss off Hungary, so just go with the first one generally. But if you do the second one, I think there's 2 civs here, and you get 50% of their civs. So if you took that for Slovakia, you get an extra 1 civ. But if you piss them off to the point that they don't join the Axis, you don't get all their resources, then it's not worth it. So, and it costs political power, so I don't bother. Screw it. Let's just do more recon radios. Army regrouping, let's grab that guy. Army regrouping and then the Rommel are great to have. Okay, now it's gonna get hectic. Alright, so first thing I always want to do after that is take over Skoda. 5% factory output. I mean, realistically, it's not going to make that big of a difference before the war with France, but it's going to help with Soviets, so I usually just want to get that ASAP. Let's see here, cryptology. After France, I go with Soviet Union. else do we want? I guess I can just slap more on converting. A lot more on converting. How about that? I do want more screens as well for my Navy. Then again, like I said, I don't really care all that much about the Navy. Let's see, what am I looking at here? Yeah, I mean, this production doesn't look horrible. Nothing stands out to me as awful. And yep, we're low on power. I want to buy fighters. Cool. Alright, this will be my tanks. This will be my infantry. You guys are pretty much trained, so whatever. Just deploy.
Befehle. Angetreten.
Okay. Panzer Army. First Panzer Army.
Achtung.
Second Panzer Army. And
Angetreten.
Third Panzer Army. Ah, they're still in reverse order. I hate this.
Angetreten.
Whatever. Rommel
Achtung.
and Teufel. Here we are.
Achtung.
You three are gonna be in the Panzer group, led by Guderian.
Bereit.
Right-click that; it'll distribute it evenly between the armies. So now we have
Achtung.
9 tanks. They're not completely equipped, but that's okay because we're gonna make some changes anyway. How are we doing on medium artillery? Did we have enough for 9 divisions to have 1 battalion? Looks like it. We might actually have enough for 2. No way, we actually do. I think maybe that's what we go for. Screw it, let's do that. Let's do that. Medium tank. Yes, we have plenty of those. Changed by 360 in total. We'll have 219 in storage, so we can't do 2 quite yet. That's fine. This is just going to be enough to boost our armor a lot. Hopefully we won't be even pierced. Give us a nice bit of breakthrough and soft attack. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Good enough, at least. Yeah, I do not need so many engine plants. Field hospital. Shoot. Yeah, these we're not going to really get on time. I mean, maybe if you rushed them, you could have... probably not. Look at that. Still 224 days, even if I was doing it right now. This one you can do, but whatever.
Bereit.
So... here I like to have one go for Danzig. Break these 2 provinces, break this province. Or you could just do these, I suppose. Yeah, actually I'll just do that. Well, no. Because I like pushing down here and over here simultaneously. Wiping out Danzig.
Befehle.
Then I usually have another group here. Sort of flanking Katowice. And just hitting Krakow. And then you have...
Achtung.
if you have a third group, usually I just have a group doing that and coming down, and then this group doing that and going up. But I guess I have a third group, so I can just go for Poznan immediately, I suppose. Whatever. Slovakia oil surveys, forgot that. As soon as you are done with Fate of Czechoslovakia, you can do this. It just requires excavation 1, which you should have by now. So that's going to be a nice source of oil. Oh, here we go. Very useful. And as soon as you get that event, this guy's going to pop up. So get rid of him. And more research, so get rid of that flashing light. Netherlands, I suppose. Yeah, as soon as the war starts, we're going to be screwed on rubber. We're going to produce rubber stuff. Usually I don't even produce it this early, but I don't really see what else to produce right now, so I guess that's just what we're going to do. Good job. Armored recovery vehicle. Add-on armor. Definitely going to want that for this guy as well. That's still just under a year away, though. Let's go for this. Oh, did I already do this? I don't know if I already did this. I did not. So this energy crisis is hurting everything equally. That's really bad. Put dockyards on lowest priority because they are the lowest priority. That way, now everything else is functioning as normal, and your dockyards are a little bit slower, but it doesn't matter. This is weird. This is weird production. Think workshop's cool. Could do this. 3% defense, 3% soft attack. It's not really much, but screw it. Okay. Yeah, as soon as we're done with this, we do want to rush, because it's already April. This is, I feel like I'm a little slow. So we're going to want to do Eastern Claims, Molotov-Ribbentrop, mobilize the Reich ASAP, so I can get that going, because I have to wait 30 days for that to take effect. And then I can do this. Well, I don't need to wait the full 30 days, because this is an 8-day thing, and it has a couple events after it that take a few days, so don't need to do the whole time. Alright. Alright, let's see what I get from Memel. Usually Memel's just 2 civs, but every once in a while you get like 2 civs in a recruitment center, or one time I got two civs, a recruitment center, and a mill, I think. I think that was my best Memel. Molotov. Alright, just a normal one. Whatever. Yeah, everyone hates you now. Yeah, I'll leave that. British Raj, I guess, that most indirectly helps the British, so I'll do that one. Oh, forgot about this. Alright, so before the war starts, you want to save up about 180 political power. So I'm going to avoid spending this. Reason for that is as soon as the war starts, and as soon as Britain and France join, you can do war economy, which costs 150. You want to do that ASAP. And you also will get a decision you can do that costs 30, and it gives you a lot of stability and everything. So, wasn't there something here that... yeah, taxes decrease the economy law change. That is one drawback of it, but I don't think it's really that big of a difference. For all the benefit it gives you, I think it's worth it. Dang it! Score Zenny again? Hate that guy. Sure, let's go with this. Commercial recovery vehicle. Yeah, we have so much capacity now. Oh my gosh, we have so much. Now this is a good problem to have. 35 here. That's a little excessive, I think. How many more of these guys can we deploy? We have 800 deployed, and we can deploy another 800. Great. Oops, not you. Yeah, alright. We'll do that. Oh, or did I not want to do that? Because we need some of the C in stockpile. Whoops. Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, we're looking pretty good, I think. I can actually probably cut back on some of this even. Yeah, let's do that. Let's cut back on that. That way I have more converting my fighters. I'm going to leave that. Actually, in fact, it might even be good to put a little bit more on motorized, because that can be annoying later. But we are going to want to swap out the motorized for mechanized. It's not the end of the world if you don't do it, but I've forgotten it a couple times and don't want to. So let's try to remember that. Machine guns, yeah, whatever. Guns, yeah, whatever. Uniforms, we're good. Yeah, we're looking good. 5 a day, yeah, we have at least 2 months left. So that's, yeah, pretty good. Another few hundred planes on the way. Mobilize, cool. Capacity alumina. What was the other one? I clicked past it too fast. I have no idea. Whatever. These ones are allegedly important for the air war. Yeah, I don't really care that much about them until later when I'm trying to see line. If you're trying to see line early, maybe they're a more worthy investment. Although, at this point, this early on, their range is absolutely atrocious, so they're not going to help you much anyway. Yeah, let's just grab this, I suppose. And then for you, let's go fuel capacity. Because we're going to want to store up a lot of fuel. For this, it doesn't really matter because we can import a lot from the Soviets. But, honestly, you can kind of bypass the AI blockades and get it from Venezuela still and all that. But before Russia, that's where we're going to really be using a lot of fuel. And we're not going to be able to import their fuel, so we are going to want a lot stored up beforehand. Otherwise, we're going to need a lot of synthetic refineries, and it's a lot more cost effective to just have it stored up beforehand. The only downside is you need to win or else you're going to run out eventually. Which, hopefully we're going to win. Command power, let's put Rundstedt in charge here. So Rundstedt, the nice thing about him, he's got offensive doctrine. Offensive doctrine, you can get Spearhead Specialist. So reducing combat width, we could actually make our infantry divisions, if we wanted to, drop the AT for an extra artillery. It'll be 25.5 combat width, but with his thing, it'll be basically 5. It'll be a little over, but any penalty you'll get from being over will be microscopic. So you could do that to squeeze out some extra soft attack, but I don't know if I'm that greedy. Don't really care that much. Infantry's not going to be a big deal for us anyway. Okay, so now this is going. So let's do something that'll take us maybe 14 days, 21 days. That would be good. So yeah, you can do Gestapo. What are some other good ones? You could do a lot of the 7-day ones like this. Ahead of time penalty for the portable cans. A lot of people say that's a big deal. Honestly, I think it's overrated. It's a 1941 tech. You can get it way earlier as Germany with that. 40% army fuel capacity. It's nice, but I find you run out of supply way before you run out of fuel, and you're dead either way. So I don't know. You know what, let's do it. Let's do the 7 days. I'm not gonna do that one first. Hitler Youth. Oh wait, I already. Wait, where's the other 7-day? There's a 7-day somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. I think I'm insane. Nope, screw it. We're just gonna do establish Gestapo. Yeah, that looks like about right. Kriegsmarine. I like putting Gunther in charge. Again, I'm not the Navy guy. Don't come at me. I don't know anything about that. Here we go. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. 280. Can we get another 400? Yes, we can. Just barely we can. So we'll have 800 of each, so not bad. Could be better, but not bad. Engineer company done, awesome. So that's gonna help with, oh no, not rivers, fortifications. So really not that many things are gonna be helped by that, but whatever. Well, let's do this. The discount train's nice. It's lower IC cost, which, you know, is something, but it's also less steel and less engine capacity, which is gonna be quite nice. Why is Hugo Boss designing everything? I don't get it. Trucks. There we go. Sure, let's do this. No. Let's do these. Alright, let's see the difference this gives here. 16.3 org. 19.9. Yeah, that's massive. That's a massive bonus. Yeah, I'm not training them anymore. I have this guy sitting ready to go. We need about 30 more of this, so we're actually a little short of what I wanted, but that's okay. It's not. It's just gonna be a few days delayed. All right, Danzig. Let's make sure my thing is still recording. Yes, it is. Good. That would have been great to lose. Yeah, we got 150 for the most important thing. Yeah, the BF-109E, from what I remember, going to the F doesn't actually upgrade it that much. So it might be better to just save up air XP and upgrade the crap out of the E, skip the F, and then just start producing at the G once you get that. Or by that point, you could honestly have switched over to multi-rolls. These multi-rolls are awesome. Um, Whatever, I'm not gonna use XP, but I'm gonna research this.
Angetreten.
Oh, perfect. That's awesome. Uh, yeah, that's a lot more breakthroughs, soft attack. That's great. Um, we can afford it too. Even better. Do we have assault equipment? Yes, we do, actually. Dropping the light tank. Yeah, yeah, I think that's worth it. Yeah, that's the move. That is a pretty good tank division, if I may say so myself. That's quite good. You want, honestly, you probably don't even need that much organization by this point in the war. That's probably very good. For Barb, though, I'd say that's probably about standard. You might even want a bit more. All right, let's get to work on this ahead of time. Opal Designer, it's awesome. Oh, this is all lining up perfectly. This is so much better than I usually do because I'm usually not paying very much attention, so I let a lot slide. But yeah, we got all those texts done on time. Let's start doing this one, I suppose. All right, yeah, we're at 23.3. Yes, we are. And 0.31 recovery rate. I think this might improve recovery rate as well. No. Yeah, that made just about no difference. All right. So. You guys, fine. Yeah, he's over his capacity. It doesn't really matter that much. He gets a bit of a penalty. The generals are fine though, and again, tanks are going to be doing almost everything here. Oh, he's logistics wizard, and so I can give him this. That's actually great. Division recovery rate's awesome though. I'm gonna do this. Division recovery rate. And oh man, these three are all awesome. Non-combat out of supply penalties. I think that's really good too, because I think that means they recover org faster when their supply's not amazing. Um, Extra supplies is also great, but we're never going to be able to use it on him because he's the field marshal. He would cost too much. Or gloss when moving. Yeah, let's just do that. Pretty sure all those have half effect because he's the yeah, you can hold those events if you really want to delay the war a little bit for whatever reason, but I don't, so. Alright. Yeah, don't forget about these air zones. They're really annoying to overlook. These guys did not get to drill very much. I'm going to leave this unselected, because as soon as the war starts and UK joins, we can do Operation Weserübung. And we're going to want to do that ASAP. Honestly, it doesn't make that big of a difference. You could do reassert Western claims first, but we're going to do this, so. Alright, we just got the event. I just pressed escape to sort of hide it. The great thing about these heavy fighters, they can double as CAS. So I'm going to use them for that purpose. I'll just split them like this, I suppose, until we get closer to Warsaw, then maybe I'll put more on there. Alright, hopefully I don't micro awfully. 6 a.m. Let's go. You guys don't have all the air efficiency yet, but enemy planes aren't up either, so it doesn't really matter. Plus there's not really much competition in Poland, so. Alright, declare war. Right now. Yeah, let's do it.
Angetreten.
Okay.
Achtung.
Let's just rush for... I'm not even interested in encirclements. I just want to get this done. Maybe grind out a little bit of XP. But I really just want to limit my losses and hopefully not take too long here, but I'm more concerned with limiting losses than doing this quickly. So yeah, look at that. That's pretty good stats. They can't pierce us. Well, one of their divisions can partially pierce us, but yeah, it seems to be the case pretty much everywhere. Here, both of them can pierce us. Yeah, their cavalry can't. Looks like their mountaineers can't either. Yeah, so we're just kind of rolling them. And look who joined. Now we can do Weserübung. Unite people under your government. That's the one I want to do eventually, but first, war economy. That one's more important. Yeah, stability not looking so hot. That's alright. It'll come back.
Achtung. Ausrücken.
All the most stable people are a little unstable. Right, let's put these all on aggressive. Aggressive, we're not actually going to activate any of the battle plans for the infantry. We might on occasion for the armor, but generally the reason we want to set to aggressive is just because they will move to the front line regardless of whether or not they have supply. So I'm going to keep one guy here so we can have the flank on them. Yep, they're going to attack us here, but now we're going to go for the kill. And they're going to get shelled. Shore bombardment's awesome because it not only reduces their defense, it also reduces their attack. So it keeps us safe as well as hurting them. Air support's now coming in clutch. So even over a river into a city, we're doing significant damage. Why are you not moving? Keep moving. Let's look at casualties. 465 to their 14k. Yeah. See, this isn't too bad. Yeah, look at that. Battle of Krakow. How many losses? We took 0 losses to take that city. That's pretty nice. Alright. You don't need to move into that empty city. Let him deal with that. And then you can come back and help. They're mostly pulling the guys out of there, so we're not going to really get them quite as good as we could have. They usually have a garrison on Warsaw, so it's probably not empty, but it looks pretty free right now. Soviets are here. If you really are averse to casualties, you can just let the Soviets do more of the heavy lifting, but they're going to be very slow. I also think it's probably not a great idea to let the Soviets get army XP. But I don't know. Doesn't matter. They're all going to die anyway.
Achtung! Angetreten! Achtung! Bereit!
Alright, let's move Cass over to Warsaw. You guys can come back home.
Befehle?
By home, I mean
Bereit!
attack Poland.
Achtung! Bereit! Bereit! Greift weiter an!
This is a bit risky to take this fight when we don't have it completely surrounded yet or anything. We don't have amazing close air support either, so probably not the smartest, but yeah, who cares? Surely we're not going to take an enormous amount of losses for this one city. Okay, Autobahn continues. The Autobahn's great. It's going to help quite a bit in the long run. Construction speed. Come on, get him. So the nice thing about close air support, the percentage bonus it gives to your divisions is not based on the quality of the CAS, so they don't need high ground attack or anything for that. They just need to be there. So our divisions are benefiting from the CAS, even though the CAS is not, you know, Stuka quality. The only thing that the Stuka quality is going to give you is the direct damage from the CAS, which these won't give you quite as much of. Yeah, see here. I don't think they did any damage the whole time. But how much? We lost 146 men to take Warsaw. That wasn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. This is... You know, I thought a lot would be going wrong for this.
Angetreten!
But so far, not bad.
Befehle? Bereit!
That's a ribum. Alright. So after that, I'll just do reassert Western claims, whatever. You can just declare war on Denmark. You don't need anything nearby. They, no matter what, they just automatically surrender. I
Bereit!
didn't put these guys here on purpose. I just, as you can see, they're gonna surrender in like a couple hours. Suppose, let's just do this. These ones are great. They're long to research, but fuel gain per oil and from refineries. We're not really going to do refineries, but from oil is nice. We don't need to import as much, yeah. See, do this first one. They just become your puppet. You get a bunch of their factories. They don't have very many, but you get them anyway. They get Iceland too, which Britain will invade probably very soon. There goes Poland. I didn't think they would capitulate yet. Did the Soviets? No, the Soviets didn't take Lviv or anything. Well, they did take Vilnius, which they usually don't push that fast. So, I don't know why they capitulated quite so soon, but okay. Yeah, you're going to want to obey stipulations. Don't know what to do with these, so I'm just going to put them on conversion. Yeah, those imports are not getting through. I can get cheap imports from my subject here. A little bit from Luxembourg, which is not going to be available very soon. That was a massive overestimation of how much I would need. I was looking at the wrong thing. that. Then Sweden, here you go. Wow, Italy actually has a lot of rubber. Yeah, I'll take that. And then Soviets can give a little bit. Wow, this is
All right.
going shockingly well, actually. Um, so you could go for Norway now. I don't recommend it really. It's if you want to do it for the LARP, you can, but you really gain nothing out of it. It's pretty much worthless. Um, it is hard to invade though. As you can see here, do not invade here. Do not naval invade there unless you have like dedicated Marines that are, really well designed and everything. You have CAS and naval support. It's not going to go well. What I like to do if I invade them, just do a naval invasion. You can just use
All
your
right.
tanks. I usually have like 4 tanks assigned to an order to naval invade these 3. They usually just land here. I can use this one here to push them off these 2 ports, and it's easy. I can just swarm with troops then and rush Oslo. If you get Oslo soon enough, early enough, they'll capitulate quite quickly. But if the war drags on too long, they'll get too much war support, and you'll have to take like all of this. You'll need to push them up close to like Narvik, or well, not really that close to Narvik, but yeah. So if you're gonna attack them, that's what I recommend. But otherwise, just don't bother. So I'm just gonna move all the infantry west here.
All right.
Okay. So now what are we gonna
All
do?
right.
Um, you can really just ignore the Netherlands and go right past them through Belgium and then into France. Uh, I I wouldn't
Angetreten.
recommend that. Not because it's a bad thing to do per se, but it's just one more little bit of complexity that can cause you
Achtung.
issues in the future. So what I'm going to do instead is put one army here. They're going to rush down Amsterdam, and if you're quick, you can overwhelm them and get air superiority easy, because for some reason they hate putting air over the Netherlands. They might have like 300 fighters there, and that's it. Um, but the rest is going to be over Belgium. Belgium's going to be tough. And so we're going to want most of our air focused on that, and we're going to want most of our tanks focused on that, breaking through before their air can really set in. We should have enough that green air is going to be possible, but you never know. And you always want to, you don't want to drag it out anyway, so you want a lot of tanks over here. But these ones, when they're done with the Netherlands, they can come swing down south and help anyway. It's pretty nice actually to come from that way, because pushing through the forests and over the river can be brutal, but you can just come in right through the north here and hit their 2 cities and they should capitulate. What did we just get? Did we just get that? I thought we already had that. No, we just got this. Yeah, so minus 10% org loss when moving. That's awesome. 5% division speed breakthrough for our tanks. Very good. 2.5 years ahead of time now though, so gotta take a break from those. Let's go with this. Yeah, our divisions are looking really nice. Org loss when moving is quite low. Breakthrough is decent. Org is decent. Recovery rate's decent. We're not looking bad right now. Alright. Honestly, you could build more air bases here to make this a little less tedious, but I find you can make do with just these, especially with these heavy fighters, because they have such great range. 6. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. They all have complete range over the Benelux and Belgium. This is good. Yeah, we're not using a ton of rubber right now, but you're going to want rubber refineries, because when we're making mech, we're going to be making a lot. So don't forget about that. Don't skimp on that. We do need power though. So I'm actually gonna build a few of those. Knock
Angetreten.
those out right away because we're not gonna need that rubber for a little bit anyway. So just put these at the front of the line. Decrease unemployment, that's something we can do. It's gonna hurt our consumer goods for a little bit, which after losing MIFO bills, we really just fall apart on that. So that's already not great, and we're gonna make it worse, but whatever. Around Maginot. So it's gonna be early August, we're gonna be making our move. Before I forget, British Channel, block. You don't want your convoys going through there. For whatever reason, supply prioritizes going overseas. So when you're like pushing through Netherlands and Belgium, instead of just going over land, your supplies will go from Berlin up here around and then on these ports to you. And so they're all going to get raided, obviously. You can't really do much about it at this point. And your guys are all going to die of starvation just like a couple miles away from Germany. So make sure you avoid that. Okay, we do have a lot of oh yeah, we really don't need this many. Let's do some recon equipment though. I'm gonna show you real quick how good that recon equipment is. It's most noticeable with the armored cars because the armored cars are the best recon, but where is it? Recon equipment. Boom. 3.5 to 5.7. You're nearly doubling your recon here. It's quite good. Recon is one of those stats that's kind of hard to measure how important it is because it just increases, it vaguely increases the likelihood of you picking better stats or tactics and all that. But so I don't really know how great it is, but I mean the relative difference there is massive. So there's that. It's not all that expensive. Tactics can be absolutely amazing, and a couple days away. And it also increases your intelligence gained from combat, so you know that's something. All right, let's put these guys up. I do want to deploy more actually. This I think this would have range too. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I just got rid of all the C's. We're not done converting the C's, are we? Oh, we are done converting the C's. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, we have a bit of a deficit here. Yeah, just drop those. Sorry, you did your job well. There's no longer a need. Yeah, we have a lot of mills. Yeah, let's upgrade the infantry guns. Let's recon. All right, time to put some back on uniforms and rifles, I suppose. Let's do. Is there anything else I would want? Oh, trucks. Perfect. Could probably do more of these. Honestly, no. I always have so many of those. I don't know what to do with them. Beautiful. We'll just massively overproduce guns. Maybe we can send them to our allies later and not only help them out, but get ourselves some XP. Oh, that's nice. August 4th. Here you can just switch some of these to Cass. Actually I don't know. These guys should probably all be on just air superiority because it's gonna be competitive over Belgium. That's for sure. Yeah, whatever. Don't care. Oil. Thank you, Slovakia. Thank you, Russia. Thank you, Bohemia. Alright, now this is where it gets really annoying. We're gonna get immediately pinned here. But we're gonna try going around. So see what we're doing with these armies. One pinning, one killing Luxembourg immediately, and then it's gonna go west. We're gonna have one going along this axis, one along here, or really here, because we're gonna try to cut these guys off first. That's pretty much the entire Belgian army, I think. I think they have some like garrisons further back, but yeah, that's definitely not their entire army. But it's a sizable chunk, and it can really screw them up to just have their entire front line wiped out. So that's an awesome thing to do if we manage to avoid getting pinned instantly, which we paused, so you'd think that would be the case, but no, we're probably still gonna get pinned. Now I like to pick something here that can kind of set as a benchmark so I can see how many days. You know, that's the nice thing about this versus the Poland one, where it doesn't start the war immediately. This one starts the war as soon as the focus is done, so you can see the number of days since you started. So stop one divisions, that's nice, but by the time that's done, that helps with fighting, and by the time that's done, you're gonna be done fighting for a little while. So I like doing this one: air assembly plant, engine factory, some air XP, whatever. Right. We'll do that. And let's try to get to Paris in less than 30 days. Okay, I'm going to turn down the speed. I'm going to keep pausing though. Yeah, look at that, we got pinned. This was able to pin all of us. That makes sense. And now he's going to retreat, and it's going to block us from encircling. So one thing you're going to want to do early, get rid of this. Hold shift and, not right click. Hold shift and left click. So you're going to have a front line now instead of a fallback line. I did a fallback line because they're not in the same faction, so you can't have a front line going across all their borders, but now they should be. And now you guys are actually going to move up and fill in the gaps in the line. Let's delete their orders so they don't do anything too stupid. Stop attacking my guy while he's attacking your guy. Yeah, look at that. We're slaughtering their planes. That's not what matters, though. We're going to win the air war. We could win the... Over time, we could destroy their air force with 500 fewer fighters. Alright, maybe not that many fewer, but fewer fighters. We could slaughter them over time. But we need green air. And these heavy fighters, they have less air superiority per fighter, generally. So, although air attack, I'm not sure exactly how the mechanic works, but air attack reduces the effects of air superiority. Although maybe it doesn't reduce the air superiority itself. I'm not sure. But basically we're going to be gunning most of them down in droves like this. Like that, that's awesome. So hopefully we can keep our... We can get green air and keep it. Wow, yeah, that was a very good push. We're going to have capitulation on... Yep. Well, it says 5 days, but really that means we had enough victory points on the previous day, so really 4 days to capitulate the Netherlands.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
You guys are both going through the same route.
Achtung!
Oh, you split up a little. 4 days to beat the Dutch. Let's look at the losses. I think that's fun to look at the losses. We lost 84 men to the Dutch. They lost only 7k to me. Not many casualties. That was a pretty bloodless invasion.
Bereit?
Alright, make sure you're not over microing your guys. Make sure they have an org before you send them into more fights. This guy looks great. They look horrible. Yeah, they're gonna have more air coming in. We have green air right now, but